Hello everyone, welcome back to the Craftiverse server. So, in this episode, I am planning on expanding on my bank build. I need to do some terraforming, got some big plans for that. And I also need to make a little shop. So that's on the old bucket list today. I have some pretty nice time lapses planned, and yeah, it should be a good episode for you builders out there. One thing first, I have a little meeting with Cheese because she just opened a skin shop, and I am the very first customer. It's time for a new skin. I'll see you there. Hello.
Why, hello there.
I'm loving the armor, by the way. Very colorful.
Yeah, I thought, like, why not make it actually fit with my skin? Like,
Yeah, it looks cool.
purple shoes, yellow pants, and red hair. On the topic of colors, you requested some skin services.
Yes, I did.
And let's just ignore that that's a very ugly apple. It is an apple nonetheless.
No, it's great. It's great.
But
Looks amazing.
it was very rushed. Just popped it down like within like not even a minute, or probably
looks,
two maybe.
Looks a little bit soggy, but it looks nice.
So I already sent you the skin and stuff,
Yeah.
and this is actually a changing room, as the sign suggests. So
Very fancy.
if you wanna try that on,
I think I will. Let me take off my armor first and be right back.
Yep.
Oh, and here we go.
oh my god,
How does it look?
It looks so much better in game.
Oh my god, it looks absolutely amazing. I think he did a great job. Like, seriously.
Thank you. I love the dandelions on the head.
I dug through my cape archives and I found
can
this
see.
one. It looks
What
amazing.
is that actually?
Here, I'll take off the
It's like oh, what?
pancake.
Wait, it changes so much when it's in the light.
I know, it's
What?
crazy.
Like it's oh my god, now I can see the butter and the syrup. Oh my god, now that I know what it is. I
But the
can tell.
colors are like actually perfect.
I thought it was going to be like honeycomb or something, like for the bee update or something. Nope, it's pancakes.
So,
Well,
down
speaking
to
of jobs.
to price.
Yes. This is a shop after all.
Uh-huh.
And you know, I have a lot of fun making skins, so technically I do gain something by making them already, so
Yeah.
I don't want to make it like too expensive, you know. And I wanna try
But
and
your
get some
services are so
tips in there.
amazing.
Oh, why? Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
to make it-
starting
to make it-
blush over here.
An official shop though. Boom.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
I just pulled this apple out of my sleeve, so I didn't have an ender chest ready to go.
All right.
So yeah, I was thinking. I think since you're my first customer, I think a good 15 diamonds. is worth
15.
This beautiful suit.
I think you're underpricing yourself a little bit. So how about I give you what I think it's worth?
I mean, I have no idea what people would pay for a skin, so that's why I'm always struggling. Whoa. Oh,
How does that sound? I think
I mean, I have no problem with that. And how many is that actually?
it's a pretty decent amount.
I mean,
I think you deserve even more, but let's just say it's first customer's discount.
that is well, that is a discount. May I say it on camera as well now?
Yep.
That like your shop is insane. That building is beautiful, and I love the gradient. Like I'm struggling so much with gradients for the fruits and stuff,
Yep.
but you managed to pull these gradients off like it's nothing.
You are way too kind. You are much too kind. But thank you again for the skin. It looks absolutely
You're very
amazing,
welcome.
and I cannot stop looking at it because it is perfect.
I'm staring at it.
Well, all right.
Also appreciate the tip.
Yeah, of course, no problem. All right.
All right.
Bye bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Bye.
So I heard from Cheese that she put in a bulk order. She did. Okay. So she wants gravel. 8 shulkers of gravel. Okay, we should already have that. That should be fine. So the price of gravel is 1 diamond for 2 stacks. If it's 13 for 1 shulker, but she's buying in bulk, how about we say 10 per shulker box, which is 80 diamonds total. In my head, it sounds about right. Completely full, of course, because we don't swindle. And there we go. I should just deliver it to her base. I think that's just the easiest thing we can do. And then we can also tour Cheese's base a little bit. That should be fun. Okay. So where should I put this? I'm thinking... Ooh. 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 This is nice. So she has... roads made already. These are very nice. What's this? Those are big leaves feeding the worms. Is this a compost like box? That's pretty cool. And then obviously this amazing bridge. Hello, rain. This amazing bridge that leads to the jar of jam. I don't even know what's in this. Let's take a look. Ah, storage. Okay. Then this is probably a very good place to put down this stuff. So let's just bonk, 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 bonk. Just like that. Gravel delivery. 80 diamonds. We'll see how that goes. And there we go. So let's see what else is in this area. Lovely jam river. This goes miles. I cannot fathom how long this this wool took to grow. This is really nice. And then obviously the beginnings of the watermelon. This huge tree farm. So what's the plan now? I need to make my MicroShop in that area. So what I'm going to be selling is honey and resin. So what I'm thinking of doing is having kind of like a cart, like a really nice, magical, aesthetically themed cart. I'm thinking for this build, how about we go with blue? I enjoy the blue blocks in this game. So I'm going to figure out some blue gradient. Try to incorporate that a little bit. But yeah, I was thinking I want to make this a little bit bigger because I want to be able to expand my inventory. So this plot will actually be a lot nicer for me. So I'm gonna change the area, and then we'll start gathering resources for that because I'm going to need a lot of blue. All right. So now that I got all the materials, I think we can go straight into a time lapse while I figure out exactly what I'm gonna build. It's gonna be interesting. Here we are. Just like that, we finished. So, my idea for the build, like I mentioned a little earlier, was a kind of like witch kind of feel, a witch cart, little delivery cart. I think it turned out quite nice. I really like the gradient on top. I'll show you a little bit more once it turns day. But now that we're here, we can show the lighting in the atmosphere. So we have the the little spire here in the middle, which kind of separates the front face a little bit, and the back. To separate that, we have two little windows over the top. This back face I still need to do something with. I have no idea what I want to do with it, but to be fair, it's the back. Who's going to look at that? So we have 3 entrances, or well, 2 real entrances and 1 elytra entrance right here. Yeah, so this one's a very smooth step up. This one's just some more jagged steps. And yeah, so there's 2 little windows here. I'll show you the inside. So on the inside, we have multiple different floors. So my idea with this is I'm going to be selling a whole bunch of items here. So that includes stuff from the upcoming witch farm that I'm going to make, along with the resin and the honey, like I mentioned earlier. And yeah, whatever else I actually end up getting. So there's this area, which I'm selling my resin in. So for the bricks, they're over here. And for the blocks of resin, which you can actually turn into the resin clumps, those are being sold here in case you want to, you know, decorate with those resin clumps. Then the honey, I think I'm going to sell these in either stacks of 32 or stacks of 16, something like that, because it is quite difficult to get at the moment. And I'm only doing this temporarily until one of the other members of the Craftiverse server open up an actual honey shop. And yeah, I don't want to be like any real competition for them, because that's not what the point of capitalism is. And then up here we have a large open area that I'm yet to fill. I'm thinking of putting some barrels in this spot. Right now we just have these for extra storage, and that's about it. The overall outside of the build I'll show you with some sunlight now. So one thing I do still have to say is that these grates need to turn into the green copper, as well as the lanterns. Those are almost there. But yeah, overall I think it looks quite nice. I think it looks absolutely insane. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite angles of this build. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think it came out quite nice. So pricing wise, I haven't put in any prices yet, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that eventually. So next up on the list is the bank. So what we got to do for the bank is we actually need to terraform, and we need to start making a nice outside terrain appearance. So I have been collecting. I don't know if this is everything, but it's close to everything. So I actually had to build a honey farm for the honey blocks, because I have been buying from Atma, but I think he actually broke down his honey farm. And so I've been needing a lot of honey blocks for this build. I'm terraforming, and so I'll need a whole bunch of honey. And so I just thought, okay, if Atma doesn't have one and no one else is building one for the time being, I better build a little tiny one right here. And yeah, I mean, it's just a simple bee farm into a auto crafter that crafts me some honey blocks. So now that we got our honey supply in order, I think it's time for a time lapse. It's gonna be a good one. we're good. So we got all our fish. Let's grab these guys. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of red and orange fish. Quite fitting. Hopefully they group together, the species. Otherwise, you know, whatever. We'll have one big school of fish. But that should be almost everything. I want to work on this front section a little bit more. What I'm thinking is we could add a small road in this area. And maybe even make a custom car. That could be cool. I added the water that goes through these aqueducts. I thought it looked quite nice. There is one thing I still need to do. And that is this. And with the placing of these blocks, we should be done with all the stonework. I think the rest would be working on the leaves, the fallen leaves. Some ideas on how we can add some life into this area. But for the most part, that does look like we're mostly done, which is very nice. I think with these trees, either you'll love them or you'll hate them. I, for one, really do like them. I think that they're very abstract in the sense that the blocks that I used were not very typical for trees, the honey blocks and the grates. But I think that they add a little bit of intricacy, and the color is there, at least for what I wanted. I wanted something like autumn, some autumn vibes with this, and I think it did the job. Just to finish it off, I decided that I want to put some candles in the trees as like a little extra pop of color. And so I've been doing that. It's been a real pain because I keep having to replace the blocks, but I mean it's working out. We're getting there. There we go. Looking very nice. So we have the candle accents now. What else do they need is the question. Maybe a bit of motion? Should I add bees to it? That could be quite cool. Ooh, I'm gonna go find some beehives. Bees! Hello, bee. Bee, come here. There's a flower here. Good enough. One. Cool. Okay, so now we have plenty of bees nests. I think these should add some well-needed life into the build. Okay, that's a couple down. No bees. I'm thinking right there. That should be good. How's that look? Yes, I'd say it fits in. Fits in quite nicely. Now I've got little bees flying around. Now I think the trees are done. So we can take a step back. Yeah, I think this looks quite nice. I think we did a good job. It's different than the typical tree, but I think it works. I think it looks quite nice. And that is exactly what we wanted with the bees. I really like the way this came out. And so today we did two very nice builds, in my opinion. Finally done. So earlier in the episode, we made a delivery to Cheese. That was a bulk delivery for gravel. So I've heard from her that she's actually paid for it. So let's go check to see the the sales. Ooh, there we go. And someone else has made another purchase. Is that 80? That's not 80. That's around 80. So someone else has spent like 20 diamonds here. That is very nice. We made some good money already. And that is the end of the video. So if you enjoyed everything that I did in this episode, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. It really means a lot. And yeah, the channel has been gaining some real traction lately, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has been showing support to my channel. You know, whether you're just watching the video or whether you're actually subscribing. It's been absolutely amazing. I just recently hit 100 subscribers, and so this is an amazing milestone for me, especially after almost an entire year of content creation. And yeah, as of this video being posted, I think it's closer to 150, which is amazing. I mean, really, thank you all to everyone who's been supporting me. And yeah, till next time. Bye bye.